I want to talk with you really quick about the concept of mastery and why this is so important and why we as humans don't have this idea of mastery figured out. The other day, I was at the baseball diamond. I was taking my son to his t-ball game. We had a t-ball game that afternoon. And I pulled up to the baseball field and I saw this kid at the pitcher's mound, probably 13, 14 years old. And he was out there by himself and he was behind the pitching screen and he was throwing pitches, 20 to 30 balls he had in a bucket. And he would throw them into this little square target he had at home plate. And he would get through these 20 to 30 balls and he would walk over to home plate and he would shag all the balls that he just threw. And then he'd walk back out to the pitcher's mound and do it again. And I watched him do it 3 or 4 times and I was impressed by this 13, 14-year-old kid out there practicing the way that he was practicing, and he was doing it by himself. And then I went to my son's game and I coached his t-ball game and I came back about an hour later, and to my surprise, that kid, that 13-year-old, was still out there throwing pitches, 20 to 30 balls at a time, picking them up, coming back. And I was amazed at this kid's capacity to understand this concept that even adults haven't figured out, which is mastery. Now, I don't know what his goal was. I don't know if his ambitions are to go to the pros. I don't know if he has what it takes to go to the pros. But I'll tell you who is not going to go to the pros. The 13 and 14-year-olds that when I came back, they were sitting in the dugout. They were dinking around like 13 and 14-year-old kids do. Now, I'm not blaming them at all, but what I'm saying is that if you really want to get ahead, if you really want to do get the results, you're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to master your craft. Just like this 13-year-old baseball player was working to master his craft. Hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of balls that kid probably threw in the last week, doing this drill over and over again by himself. And that's what I want to talk with you about today, is that we as adults sometimes forget that if we want the result in our life, we're going to have to do the work. We don't get the result unless we're willing to do the work. We want it now. We want instant gratification. We want it immediately. We want the beach body. We want the perfect relationship. We want the wealth. We want the business. Yet we're not willing to put in the work. We're not willing to master what it is we're trying to accomplish. So what does this look like in life? Well, if you're trying to develop and build the perfect dream marriage that you've always wanted to have, the work is having conversations with your wife. It's taking her out on dates. It's letting her know every single day how important she is to you. Are you doing those things? If you are, the results will take care of themselves. If it comes to your kids, are you coaching them? Are you guiding them? Are you leading them? Are you directing them? Are you spending time with them? Are you teaching them? Or are you just hoping that it all works out? When it comes to your body, are you doing some fad diet? Some pill or some shot or some diet that's supposed to drop the pounds in a matter of days or hours or whatever it is? Or are you getting up every day and going into the gym, learning how to lift, learning how to build muscle, sleeping right, eating right, doing the things that we know need to be done in order to accomplish the result? When it comes to building wealth, are you tracking your expenses? Are you tracking your income? Are you providing more value? Are you doing the things? Are you mastering the game of money? When it comes to yourself, are you reading books? What kind of information are you putting into your head? What type of people are you surrounding yourself with? You will not have the result without the effort. I know we want it, and it would be nice to be able to say that would be the case. Very rarely does that actually work. I mean, maybe the lottery, but even if you won the lottery, you're trying to build wealth and you won the lottery, you know what? You're going to lose that money in a matter of years because you haven't earned it. You haven't grown the capacity to handle that type of wealth. You want more in your life, a better relationship, better health, more wealth, better business? Earn it. Earn it. Master it. Be like the 13-year-old kid who was out there when he didn't have to be out there by himself doing the work. And when you do the work, when you become a master, you do everything that's required of mastery, the results will take care of themselves.